I think it's important for us to talk about the people who were nominated but not selected because they are some amazing names also. So
And let's get to that list.
take it away.
Here are your 2024 nominees that are not making it. Top of the list. I didn't make this list, by the way. Mariah Carey,
Ooh.
Jane's
Me.
Addiction,
Mm-hmm.
Sade,
What?
Sinead O'Connor,
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor,
Yeah.
Oasis,
Mm-hmm.
Lenny Kravitz.
No, I love me some Lenny. Okay, I love me some Lenny. I mean, I don't have any issues with anybody on the list, but you know, Lenny Kravitz has a special place in my heart. I love me some Lenny. I'm
But
mad.
his music or like him, the person
His
and the persona.
his persona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm asking because I feel like today that's what more people know him for,
Yeah.
and more people attach themselves to or are fans of. Uh, because I know some people who are Lenny Kravitz fans and probably can't name two Lenny Kravitz songs, but it's not the music that they're fans of, more so him being a fashion icon and other things.
Yeah.
A sex symbol, you know.
Yes, he's definitely a sex symbol.
Yeah. Uh, and last on the list is the duo Eric B and Rakim.
Let me ask you something. So
Yes, I'm a microphone fiend.
I was not gonna ask you that.
That's an Eric B and Rakim reference.
I know, but I wasn't gonna ask you that. So what I was gonna ask you is, as far as I know, it's not based on this person is better than that person, right? Like from what I understand about this. But
Okay.
let's throw that out the window because you know we're two people on a podcast and it's interesting to talk about these things.
Okay.
Do you think that A Tribe Called Quest should be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before Eric B. and Rakim?
Okay, so here's my thing with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Number one, I don't know why people still care about it. It's not the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's not us.
I think that's why. I think that's why it matters to people.
But I think that's part of it being weird. I always celebrate the people who are in there because I know to them it's a big deal, and to the music business it's a big deal.
It's a big honor in music.
Yeah, but it's not us. So it's always weird to me that, okay, pause. Let me take a step back. For people who know how I feel about awards in the music industry, then you know why I'm saying this. But for people who don't, let me give some context.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the people watching this may have just found us, maybe new to what we do, or maybe just stumbled upon this on YouTube. My issue with award shows is the award shows are less about the artist and more about the platform. And these platforms do whatever they want. We've seen time and time again where people who should quote unquote win awards are snubbed, not recognized, etc. So there's people who will have arguably the best album of the year and won't even be nominated, right? According to their standards. So for example, you'll have somebody like Nicki Minaj, who we've discussed, who has not won Grammys and she's over here breaking records, right?
Yeah.
So um it's weird, and I don't really respect award shows, period. At large, I feel like they're more about industry politics and relationships than anything else. And I feel that way about award shows across the board, right? Now, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a little bit different, but not really, because it still is predicated on a lot of those same things. And they don't go in chronological order. They just induct who they want to induct. So there are people who are already inducted, like Jay-Z, but Eric B and Rakim are not there yet. And Kool and the Gang is just getting there. It's really weird to me, and I don't give a is it past 15 minutes? I don't give a F about about who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think it's a nice thing to be able to say.
Yeah.
I don't know how it benefits the artist. I don't know, is it like a Grammy that you get more money? Or is it just an accolade to like put up a plaque on your wall or something? Um,
I think it has
but
that
what I
Sorry, I was going to answer your question.
okay,
I think I think that it has that cachet, right? It's kind of like the Grammys where it's that, you know, at the peak of your career, like this is of all the things that you encounter throughout your career, the Grammys, the whatever other award shows, MTV, BET, whatever, wherever, CMAs, whatever. It could be, a lot of different things. But I think and those are the ones that you encounter regularly throughout your career. But then you get to a point in your career where like maybe your peak has happened, and either you're still like Mary J. Blige, still making music, still putting out albums, um but for a lot of these people, like, things have slowed, or they haven't made music in a long time, or something, like, or they do other things now, whatever. I feel like this is kind of like one of the, like, final destination sounds weird, but like one of the destinations when it comes to um the having that respect of your peers, kind of like how the Walk of Fame in Hollywood is, right? Like, it's it's made such a big deal, but when you think about the process, it's not exactly, you know it seems a lot more frivolous when you think about the process than what most lay people probably think of it, right? Most people probably think of it, oh my gosh, you're getting a star on the Walk of Fame, not realizing that you got to actually enter yourself into the running for this and pay dues to get it, right? So I think that this is just one of those things. I I think, especially if it's that the voting process is of past inductees. I think that there is something to be said about being voted in by your peers, people who are of the same caliber or similar caliber as you as an artist. I'm not saying that I think that it's important, but I think to some of these artists, it probably is very important. Um, so I think, and I think that's kind of what we battle with all the time. Like, sometimes we sit here and we defend them and talk about how they don't need this, or this is not really, like, this is not representative of the audiences that they serve. But I think to an artist, to make it in is a big deal, whether it matters to us or not. So I don't know. That's just my little that I think it's kind of like even with the Grammys, like, and to your point, the Grammys does create more opportunities for people, right? But when you're talking about people who have been around for a million years, I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's just the what's the word? The satisfaction of being a part of something like that. Um and maybe it doesn't mean much to some of them, but I think it probably means a lot to some others. And I think that's okay. I think it's fine when something so huge and something so far reaching celebrates an artist. I think that's there's something to be said about that. I don't think it has to happen. I don't think it shows their worth. Look, Mariah Carey was not selected this go round. That's wild to me. You good over there?
I have answers.
Okay.
Um, but before that, I understand what you're saying. My problem is my hunch has always been it's not really their peers. That it is one people involved in rock, not in hip hop or R&B,
Mm-hmm.
and two that we're not really speaking about melanated people making these decisions.